Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to work on the '07 TSX. We're going to install a CL7, CL9 Accord UR inner taillight. This taillight is for a right-hand drive, is JDM. On the USDM, it's usually all white. On this one, it has like a little red cap. It's for the rear fog light. And this is how it looks on the back. Okay, for the installation, these are all the parts you're gonna need. This is a diagram for a '04 TSX fog light harness. Basically, this part you're not gonna use. You're only gonna use this part of the harness because the '07, it's already installed on the car pre-wired, so you don't need this part. You're only gonna use this to make the inner Euro R light work. So we're just using this part. You're gonna extend this wire to the back, this yellow wire. You're gonna extend it to the back of the car to the inner tail light to make it light up by using 16 gauge wire. I'm using a black one so it looks a lot cleaner. And for your power, it's gonna go to ignition fuse using one of these. This is not the proper size, but you need the smaller type. And this is gonna go to your ground, the black wire. And this is the type of bulbs that I use. This is the box. And this is the kind that you need to buy. So it's basically a switchback bulb. It's like for your reverse, it's gonna be white. And when you click on the switch, which is this one, is gonna turn red. That's what you want to make this light up. So you'll still have your reverse, and when you do the switch, it's gonna turn white or red, depending on what you want. So you're gonna need a ring terminal like this. If you don't have this type, if you're just using a pigtail from the junkyard, you're gonna use one of these. And you're definitely gonna need one of these to hook up when you order this LED light. It comes with 3 wires. So one of them is to extend the wire to the switch, which you're gonna need one of these. This is the harness that we're not using for the car. And the other harness is installed in the car, and I'll show you as they go inside the car. So we're using this harness with the switch to make it work. This is to pry the little plastic tabs out. We're using a size 8 and size 10 millimeter. These are all the parts you're gonna need to do the installation. Okay, we're inside the TSX. This is a 2007. So what I did, I took off this dummy block off button. I installed the '04 TSX fog light switch. On the '07s, you're not required to use the whole harness. We're only using half of the harness for the rear to make the rear fog light, the Euro R tail light, to work, using this '04 TSX fog lights for the front, but we're using it for the rear because on the '07s they're already wired up for the fog lights. So I'm going to show you how to wire everything up. So it's already installed, the harness, but I'm going to still show you the way I did it. Okay, so to get access to these buttons right here, you're going to have to take this cover right here. There's like a Phillips screw right there, and you're going to take the bottom plastic down. I forgot to mention on the Accord Euro R, the fog light is usually here, but on the USDM it doesn't have the fog light position for the rear fog light. So that's the reason why I'm using this button right here. So we're gonna take off the rear covers so I can expose the wires. I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, this is how it looks like when you take the both covers. It's exposed like that. We're gonna get this plastic out so you can expose the wire harness. I can show you. So we're taking it out. This is how it looks like. This is the harness for the rear fog lights that we're gonna use. This is normally for the 04 TSX front fog light. This is one of the sub harnesses. We're using this to make the rear of the Accord Euro R taillight work by using this switch and harness. So this is how it looks. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I wired it up now. Okay, there's gonna be 3 wires. There's gonna be a yellow wire. This yellow wire, you're gonna hook it up to your extended wire, which is, I use a black 16 gauge that's going to the rear inner tail light to make it work. So from the yellow wire to your extension wire, depending what color you use, I'm using black 16 gauge. Now you're using the power wire, which is red. So there's 3 wires from this harness. The red going to a fuse. Let me take this cover off so you can see. Is going to here. This is a fuse wire. This is the one I'm using right here. That's gonna be, let me get a better look at this. I got it backwards. I'm using the IGP one, which is here. It's really blurry, but it's this one right here, the IGP, which is 7.5. This one right here, still blurry. Yeah, I'm using that one. Okay. All right. So I'm using this for the power, for the red wire, which is up here. Now the black wires are going to be your ground. It's going to be, let's see, I can put my finger on there. It's going to be right there where the light is. Right there. That's your ground wire. So that's how it's supposed to look. Your ground wire goes to right there where that relay is. And your red wire goes to the fuse IGP using this fuse wire right here. And the yellow wire is going to go back to your inner Euro R taillight inners. Okay, I'm going to put everything back on and I'm going to show you how it works with the ignition on, okay? Okay, we're going to try out the button with the ignition on to show you how it works. We did the wiring for the front, and I'm going to show you how I ran the black wire after I show you how the button works. So I'm going to turn the ignition on now. So once you wire up the 3 wires and you turn the ignition on, see your ignition is on right now. Then you're going to push it, that's to turn it off, and push it again to turn it on. And right now I'm going to show you how it works with the aftermarket switchback LED bulbs. Then I'm going to put the Euro R inners. Alright, the ignition switch is on. I'm going to go to the back and show you that the reverse lights still work. And once you press the button, it's going to turn red, just like the Accord Euro R. I'm using the stock inners right now, but I'm going to switch to the Accord CL7, CL9 inner Euro R tails. So I'm going to go to the back right now and show you that the reverse light works, then come back and show you that the red light LED works. Okay. So these are the reverse lights on the stock inner tail lights on your TSX, and this light right here is going to turn red once I push the button. So I'm going to push the button now, and I'm going to put it, since it's in reverse right now, I'm going to put it in park. It's in park, still on. I'm going to go to the rear, show you that the red LED works. Reverse is off. Now the button looks like that. So you can save money without buying the Euro R inners and still have the same look to it. And then I'm going to install the Euro R inner right now. Okay, so the black wire that goes to the yellow wire, we ran it through here inside of these plastics. All the way inside of here, underneath the seat, and goes under here, and I'm going to show you how it is in the trunk. So it goes from underneath the seat up here, zip tied, to here. You're going to remove this. You're going to take off this one, push it that way. You're also going to take this one out, push it this way, and you're also going to remove these. There's 3 of them, 1, 2, and the third one's right here. Then I'm going to show you how it looks, the black wire. So after you remove the plastics, these little screw type plugs, then you could pull down this cover. So the black wire, if you see I zip tied it here to that one, to that one, under here, this tape, and then it comes out here. These are this is the black wire that goes to the yellow wire to the front of the sub harness. This is the reverse bulb. So basically the LED bulbs, switchback bulbs that you're buying, they hooked up to your regular harness, and they have extra wire that goes to your that you hook up to your yellow wire all the way to the front. So there's 3 wires, and this is how the bulb looks. So when you put your reverse, it turns white, and when you put it on drive and want to turn on the red LED for your rear fog lights, using this black wire that goes to the yellow wire, by pushing the button is going to turn red. And now I'm going to remove the USDM inner tail light to put the CL7, CL9 tail light, which is in here. Okay, after you take these 3 nuts from the mounting points from the inner tail lights, they're 1, 2, 3. This one goes to the edge of the side of the inner tail light, which I'm going to show you where it goes. So this is the inner tail light. This is one of the studs. You got to take the nut off of that one. Also, you better see it, that one right there, and the side one, which is that one right there. And then I'm going to pull out the inner tail light now. So it's loose now. There it is. There's the OEM TSX 07 inner taillights. We're going to switch it with the JDM Accord Euro R ones. So I'm going to show you the difference between the USDM ones and the JDM ones that I'm going to pull out from this box. The JDM ones have these slots cut off, and the USDMs don't. Also, these lines are straight down, and the 07s are like circles, if you can see. These would probably look good on the 04s, but couldn't find those, so I'm installing these. Okay, this is how it looks when you install the Accord UR CL7 CL9 inners. This is for the right hand drive, this one. The trunk is not closed, so it looks like that. So I'm going to show you how you install the bolts on it. So this is the wire that goes to the yellow wire to under the dash. Goes to this 3-wire switchback LED from blue to red. This type you don't just turn it, you just push it in there. This type. So there's nothing special to it. It just kind of just goes in there like that, and you just push it in there. Make sure it's going in straight. And that's how it looks when you're done. And this one right here, I'm just going to put it back where it goes. And then you just got to finish zip tying this and putting the cover back on. So there's nothing special about the UR bulbs or anything. You can use wrecking yard pigtails, so you won't have to cut into your stock ones and make it work that way, or you can just order the switchback LEDs, the ones I installed right now. And this is the outer. Nothing special about them. They're just like regular ones. I'm going to show you a video at night how it looks. Okay, this is at night. I'm going to push the button for the rear fog light. Okay, now it's on. It's activated. We're going to go and check out the... This is how it looks at night. Alright, turn it off. This is without it. Turn it back on. Alright, turn it off. Put the reverse on. That's how it looks with the reverse. Okay, put it in park. Push it again.